That's out of the stadium!
Let's go! Come on! Something! Come on!
Ah! Swing and a miss!
There's a lot of fun.
Don't throw it wide!
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League Playoffs. My name is Dwayne. I will be on play-by-play commentary for you guys tonight, and I am joined tonight by Mike the Cooch on color commentary. Mike, how are you feeling?
Feeling good, Dwayne. Looking forward to this one for sure, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a really high-powered semifinal matchup for you on our hands tonight. A repeat of last year's Season 8 semifinal between the number 2 and the number 3 seed in the number 3 Beaky Bay Birdies taking on the number 2 Chicago Blues. The Beaky Bay Birdies headed by Light Snack, the Blues headed by Ashnod's Coupon, respectively. Two of the heaviest power hitters in the game. Mike, do you have any notes on how they got here so far in their playoff run?
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Ashnod, as we all know, high-powered guy. He was the number 2 overall seed throughout the regular season, so he got a deserving first-round bye. In the quarterfinals, he actually defeated Government, aka Bice, 3-0 in the quarterfinal, so actually swept him pretty convincingly. Lightsnack, on the other hand, a little bit of tougher matchup in the quarterfinals, as he was the number 3 seed, also receiving a bye. And then he ran into the very tricky Weaver for Prez, where he defeated him in a very close, tight series, 3-2. So here we are in the semifinals, and it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, both of these players working hard on their respective road to the playoffs. Ashnod putting up a ton of runs, as we know he does, breaking his own home run record once again that he set last season. I believe right now he's currently, as far as counted home runs go, the all-time leader in the XBL. So congratulations to him. He's ready for the semifinal tonight. And Lightsnack, getting through Weaver was no easy task, but he's ready. He's got a lot of playoff grit, and he can go punch for punch with Ashnod. We saw a 21-19 game. I believe it was game 1 or 2 in last year's playoffs. So this should be exciting, and without further ado, we're going to get ready to bring things to you, get the players ready to queue up. So hang tight for the action. We'll see you guys in just a couple minutes. Alright everybody, welcome back. We are loading in now to, it looks like Swagger Center, so we're going to have to flip things around real fast. Hang tight with us for just one more moment. I did not realize we got the wrong home field to start things off. So these two are going to re-roll home fields, and then we will get you game 1 right coming at you. Alright, we have returned everyone for game 1 action, loading into Lafayette Corner, the home of Ashnod's Coupon and his 5-power Chicago Blues Beaky Bay Birdies playing visit here in game 1. Ashnod's got home field advantage. The players are exchanging pleasantries. It looks like we're going to have Avian Ace and Big Walter Horton on the mound for the Blues. So without further ado, let's get first pitch rolling. The XBL semifinals kicking off here in Season 9. Chicken Dinner digging in to lead it off. The small confines of Lafayette probably going to play a part in this, I would think, in game 1, as Chicken Dinner a little bit early slaps that one away foul. And 3 quick strikes, swinging is Chicken Dinner. Out number 1, big for the Blues to start things off. Big Bird digs in, taking a curve ball. Well placed. Good take there from Lightsnack. A 2-1 count. Now he's ahead. Big ball number 3 high. Taking a borderline pitch there, 100 miles an hour, well painted from Ashnod. The count's full. And swing and a miss from Big Bird. Just couldn't catch up with that fastball. So 2 back-to-back strikeouts here from Ashnod to start things off.
Yeah, great start there from Ashnod on the mound. And I'm not totally surprised. This is on 93 ego as opposed to the 90 that we are all used to in the XBL.
Yeah, one of the notes I forgot to mention in the pregame is we have stepped this up 3 egos. That one's absolutely crushed by Ruth's Broodmother. That's going to hit that short Lafayette wall, and she's going to actually turn back to first here. Perhaps Light Snack thinking a little bit wiser of that speed, even though the throw goes into third base, holding up here with 2 outs. So that's a single with 2 outs for Ruth's Broodmother. Yeah,
absolutely great piece of hitting. 93 ego, 90 ego. These guys are still great hitters, so we're going to still see some fireworks, Dwayne.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. Another good piece of contact from Snack. Hit right at Elwood Blues, though, in left field for out number 3. Let's see how Avian Ace starts this off for Beaky Bay. Two quick pitches, 1-1 count for Muddy Waters, the leadoff hitter and center fielder for this Blues team. That heater taken. Perhaps a bit of a lag spike or something for Ashnod there. Maybe just taking a moment to let things settle. We'll see what's next here from Avian Ace.
Semifinals, maybe some nerve setting in. Just needs a minute.
Yeah, I want to make sure everything's going smoothly. You know, don't want a little bit of lag or perhaps some jitters to be all the difference in the game. You never know, even with these 2 high-powered offenses, how close things might be, how fine that margin might end up being. That cutter's hit hard by Waters. It takes a weird hop off the mound and gets out into center field. Yeah, that was a really interesting jump, it looked like, off the lip there.
Must have hit one of those famous Lafayette pebbles in the infield, Dwayne. That was a weird one.
Yeah, that baby popped a sprinkler, and that pitch is hit hard by the second hitter for the Blues. So quick, 2 runners on for Ashnod. Things are looking good to start things off in the first. We're going to see Elwood Blues, the left fielder, stepping up.
Yeah, Fleur going with a lot of heat, and the extra ego and the extra speed doesn't seem to be bothering Ashnod at this juncture.
Yeah, not so far. He's seen a couple good pitches to hit, and he's done his job with them, making really solid contact. Ashnod, Light Snack just can't hit that spot right there. Coming in with the fastball on the 3-1 count, blows Ashnod away, up and in, so the count is full. Elwood Blues takes, and that's a big walk. Now we've got the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, not a spot Light Snack wants to be in, considering he went pretty quietly himself in the first. This is getting a little dangerous.
That fastball missed, but 101 miles an hour, a little too much for Ashnod to handle there. Really good curveball from Light Snack, but a great piece of hitting from Ashnod hits a single right up the middle, and that'll score the game's first run. The Blues take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was 99, like perfectly placed. Just a great piece of hitting by Ashnod on a terrific pitch by Snack there.
Yeah, the strike zone discipline from Ashnod good. Knowing that would probably nip the strike zone, he took a good swing at it, but Snack getting ahead of this hitter early, putting up some good pitches and blows him away there, looking with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball for out number 1.
Yeah, desperately needed there, Dwayne. He's going to need to limit the damage here. That was another nice pitch.
Looks like Snack's starting to find a bit of a location groove here. This is a 1-1 count to Paul Butterfield, and Butterfield gets underneath the cutter here, and that one's got a ton of air under it. It's going to get out of this park. About 3 rows back in right field. That's a huge grand slam for the Blues.
Wow, dream start for the Blues. If you're a Blues fan in the house, this is the start you wanted to see. Ash with some great plate discipline, and the 93 ego just doesn't seem to be bothering him whatsoever. He's hitting some good pitches.
Yeah, that cutter was a bit misplaced, and a hitter, 90 ego, 93 ego, like you said, it's not going to matter to some of these hitters like Ashnod. They're just so good. But Light Snack more than capable of responding here. He's got a big second out on that quick strikeout there. But that changeup is missed and destroyed. That one's getting off the Crustland sign.
Wow, and for those of you that haven't been to New Orleans, make sure you visit Crustion's. It's a great restaurant. Wow, what a bomb.
Absolutely mangled that ball. And now we've got a 6-0 lead opened up here in the bottom of the first inning for Ashnod. Things are looking ugly here for Beaky Bay in game number 1.
Yeah, he's got to find a way to settle down and just get back into this, figure out what might work versus Ash, even if this one gets a little out of hand. Yikes, there goes another.
Yeah, there goes another indeed. Big home run for Ash on a missed fastball. Hits about the second row back in left field, and I believe that was Big Walter Horton, the pitcher, getting in on the action as the Blues bat around here in the first.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that one, unfortunately, a mislocation from Floribel, and it caught the very middle of the plate. Unfortunate.
A couple of these pitches, though, for Snack, able to paint the high part of the zone. Ashnod not willing to offer at them, so he's got the count evened up at 2-2 here. Here comes the cutter. That one's got some air under it again. It might stay in the park here in right center field. It's a bit deeper, but no, that's going to land in the first row for another home run this inning from Ashnod.
Wow. Is he playing on 83 or 93? This is getting ridiculous. It's home run derby in the first inning.
Yeah, he's absolutely making it look easy right now. Just every single piece of contact from Ashnod seems to find that air and get out of the park.
And this is against Beaky Bay's ace, avian ace, if you will. So this is not boding well.
Yeah, when Ashnod's not, or excuse me, when Light Snack is not missing his spot, Ashnod's not hitting it too well. And there's another strikeout here. So 3 strikeouts in the inning to see Light Snack out of it, but not before 8 runs are scored.
Number 14.
He's got to get on the board
He needs
here.
to score some here. Yeah, absolutely. It's just what I was about to say. He can't go quietly again, or it could be a 2-inning game here.
Yeah, and Woodsy Owl's going to lead things off for Beaky Bay. Let's see now if Light Snack takes that calm approach, looks for the pitches to hit. Both of these players possess extremely good plate discipline.
They sure do, Dwayne, and let's not pretend he's not capable of getting back in this game, because he sure is. But that was a perfect high and in fastball. It's going to be tough if he's pitching like that.
Yeah, 101 miles an hour from Ashnod. Gets the strikeout here on Woodsy Owl to start this second inning. And now Hootie Hooter Hoot, the third baseman for Beaky Bay, is going to get his shot. And another quick 2 strikes from Ash has him down 0-2 in the count.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about Ash this season as opposed to last, he's much improved his pitching, not leaving as much over the middle. He's hitting a lot of corners. I think he did some stat distribution to his pitchers. That's another beautiful pitch. Right on cue.
Yeah, he's just making everything happen right now. Ashnod's starting this game off so hot, both on the mound and at the dish. Now it's in the hands of Partridge Peritry here to try and extend this inning and get Beaky Bay on the board, perhaps. That one shears him off, and Big Walter Horton handles it well, throws it over to first for the third out, so nothing from Beaky Bay there. Let's see what Avian Ace is able to accomplish here in the second.
He's got to settle down and quiet the Blues bats here, or we could be going home early in game number 1.
Like I said before, when Sack is hitting his spots, he's having a lot of success. That one just under the glove of Chicken Dinner. The ball is absolutely ripped. Perhaps the exit velo just too much for her to handle. And a decent amount of speed on that 2-hole hitter for the Blues brings him in for a double to lead this inning off. Now we have...
I think... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say we are in Mercy Watch here now as the winning run steps into the plate. Three quick pitches, 3 quick strikes from Snack, though, gets out number 1, so on his way to a bit of success perhaps here in the second.
Yeah, and you are right, Dwayne. When he's hitting his spots, I mean, the 93 ego is making a difference.
That might
be a double.
Ooh, and almost a double play. Yes, so close. Just enough speed there from Ashnod's 2-hole hitter to get back to the bag. That one hit, though, into the gap in left center field on the next pitch. That will score the run. The runner will stay at first base, but it is now a 9-0 lead for the Chicago Blues.
Yeah, 9-0 means that winning run is at first base here. 2 outs, though. See if the birdies can sneak their way out of it and get another chance at the dish.
That one's lifted to curveball. Well placed from Snack to get him chasing, and Partridge Peritry gathers that up for out number 3. So 1 run scores, and Beaky Bay now the onus on them again to try and find some runs.
Yeah, and good job by Fleur to keep composed and get out of that. Give himself at least a chance to start scratching a few back.
1-1 count here. Big Walter Horton on his 30th pitch as that one is hit hard, and that might carry out to right field. We might have the first run for Beaky Bay, and we do, a home run into the first row.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. He needed that badly. Give himself some confidence, some positive energy, something, as the game has not gone as well so far. Maybe that's what he needs to get back into it here against a very tough player.
Yeah, you know how an offense like Snacks can make things happen, make runs come together in the blink of an eye. As that one is hit by Avian Ace, who's staying in the game, so helping himself out here perhaps with no outs, getting a single to follow up that home run. Beaky Bay looking to really get back in. This is the leadoff hitter. Chicken Dinner hits one into the gap. Ace really, really slow. Going to take the turnaround second and get to third base. He's going to turn around and get to home, and Ashnod throwing to home will not make a play to home plate. So Beaky Bay back in this. The deficit now cut to 7.
Yeah, nobody out. Maybe more importantly here, Beaky Bay starting to show that patience and show that moxie. A little bit of spunk at the plate. You love to see it.
Yeah, a little bit of hard contact here on a couple of these hits in this inning. So maybe Snacks starting to warm up as that one's right up the chute. Might score Chicken Dinner. She's got good speed. Muddy Waters is going to make the throw home. It's off target, and she'll slide in there safely. Now it is a 9-3 ball game. So all of a sudden, we were on mercy watch, and now those runs are starting to pile up for Beaky Bay.
Absolutely, and this is more like it. This is what we were expecting if you're a fan of the XBL and you were familiar with these two players.
Ooh, that one just missed by a Snack perhaps as it's lifted to left field with a ton of air under it. Elwood Blues will gather that up for out number 1. Runner still at first base for Beaky Bay.
That was a little bit of a mistake. Snack maybe kicking himself on that one. He did just miss it.
His placement definitely improving here in this inning though overall. As Bok Bagok takes 2 quick pitches, and it's a 1-1 count here with 1 out. Bok Bagok sends it to left center field. That might hit the street. Absolutely destroyed. And the Beaky Bay Birdies are back in this one big time, 9-5.
Yeah, this is more like it, and I think maybe Flora acclimating himself to the 93 ego, the velocity. He is not missing these pitches at all, and these are high-powered fastballs, so good for him, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Yes, this matchup has provided now so far the dongs that were promised. That one, though, a little bit out of the zone, has Snack chasing, lifted easily to Paul Butterfield over by second base for out number 2, bringing up Hooter Hoot.
Pretty uncharacteristic. That might have just been like a heat check type swing. He's feeling himself and caught himself chasing a bit, unfortunately.
Ooh, and chasing there on the changeup. Good switch up in timing from Ashnod and his starter, Big Walter Horton. Oh, Snack is just crushing the ball in this inning. That one just foul here. 0-2 count for Hoot.
Oh.
Yeah, just missing there. 98 miles an hour. Well placed from Ashnod, but we have ourselves a ball game now as it is 9-5. Only a 4-run deficit for this Beaky Bay club.
Absolutely. Birdie's not going to go quietly, and I'm not surprised in the least here.
Yeah, that hit last inning, getting Avian Ace from tense to rattled to tense, and the first pitch drilled by Ashnod, but a quick first out. That one's actually hit pretty softly, but over the head of Chicken Dinner at second base. So we're going to have a runner at first base now for the Blues, bringing up the leadoff hitter again, Muddy Waters, for his 3rd AB of the game.
Yeah, a bit of a bad break there from Beaky Bay. He definitely had Ash way out in front, but made enough of contact to lift it over second base and a base hit.
Both these players finding those edges so far pretty well in this game. Count is 2-2. 2 Waters. That one hit softly again. Oh, and it seems just fair. Not the break Beaky Bay needed right there. But that's going to get Muddy Waters safely into second with a double. The runner over to third base. And 2 runners in scoring position for Jake Blues.
Yeah, not the break he needed at all. It's 2 curveballs that just bad timing from Ash. That one going to be a sacrifice, fielder's choice RBI there for Ash to get himself back on the board.
Yeah, Ashnod not going quietly in this inning without scoring, getting the run in off the fielder's choice. Now it brings up Elwood Blues, the strong 3-hole hitter. Looking like both these guys are stretching their strike zone a little bit so far in this game.
Yeah, a little more than usual. They're both usually just, they won't chase anything. It's quite frustrating to face them usually, but yeah, they're chasing just a bit, maybe the higher ego.
That one misses though. Blues ahead 3-1 in the count. That heater too much for him, 97 miles an hour high. Makes it full with 2 outs here. And that ball's hit hard over the head of the third baseman. That's going to get fair down the line. Blues is probably going to try for second, and the throw is pretty good. Just in time is Blues getting in there with the slide before a double. 2 outs and a run.
Yeah, some clutch hitting by Ash with 2 outs there to score not 1 but 2. 4-run lead against either of these guys is basically like 1 run against most players, so you got to keep adding on when you can.
Yeah, we saw last inning that Beaky Bay can do some scoring of their own, so a 6-run deficit, perhaps not the highest mountain to climb this early in a ball game. That one's crushed by Ashnod, but right at Partridge Pear Tree, he gathers it up for out number 3, and we're heading to the top of the 4th. The ball game is at 11-5.
Yeah, Light Snack, the beneficiary of a couple pretty hard-hit Atom balls, but definitely I think he has the momentum right now, so let's see if he can keep capitalizing.
Good take there from Snack. Brings the count even at 1-1. That one's hit down the right field line. Good piece of hitting from Partridge Pear Tree. That should be off the corner, and it is. Good speed gets him into second base easily, standing up with a double. And that's a great start here for Beaky Bay in this 4th inning.
Outstanding start. It makes it that much trickier for the defensive side when the leadoff hitter gets not only on, but in scoring position right off the bat.
Indeed, the player who got things started last inning for Beaky Bay laid an egg. The 8-hole hitter with that opposite field home run has a chance now with Partridge Pear Tree at second base. Hits it over to the right side. Mavis Staples gathers that for out number 1, but that will move Pear Tree over to third base with Avian Ace now getting a chance at the dish. Looks like Snack going to consider now again that pinch hitter.
And I think he actually will this time, and he does.
Yeah, we've got Booby Birdbrain making his first playoff appearance here.
Great name.
Yeah, great name, and perhaps could reach some great fame by finding an RBI here. Great pitch, though, from Ashnod, painting the corner. That one's hit up the middle by Booby Birdbrain. Mavis Staples makes a great diving play to gather that up and throw it over to the first for out number 2, but a run does score. Beaky Bay climbing back into this slowly.
Slowly but surely. Not sexy at bats, but a couple productive at bats. Move him over, get him in type mindset. Let's see if he can have a little 2-out thunder of his own here, as it's a 2-0 count.
That one is smashed by Chicken Dinner. Absolutely huge exit velo. Ashnod takes a jump at it, but he's going to miss. So that should be a clean double. Sliding in there is Dinner. So things still going here with 2 outs for Beaky Bay. Now that the lineup's turned over, perhaps Snack not done yet.
Yeah, maybe trying to pay Ashnod back a little bit for doing some 2-out damage last half inning.
Good take high from Snack. Ooh, just missed Big Bird under that fastball. That ball's inside. Evens up the count. 2-2 here. 2 outs. Runner at second base. Now we've got a full count. And that ball is drilled to right field. That's going to find some grass. It'll get to the wall, and that'll score Chicken Dinner for sure. Big Bird, not a ton of speed, is going to stay at first base, but an RBI single nonetheless here with 2 outs brings the game to 11-7.
Absolutely, and good decision by Snack there. He was a dead bird if he attempted to go to second there. I think the right fielder getting to it quite quickly, not much speed.
Yeah, the conservative approach, definitely the way to go, I would think, when you can hit the ball as far as either of these teams can.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Bruce Broodmother taking that one about 90 degrees on the foul ball, and then to dead center field. It's going to hit the batter's eye.
Yeah.
Big Bird has decent speed. He's probably going to try for home here, and that's going to be an RBI double here for Bruce Broodmother. This game just got a lot closer here at 11-8. 3 runs.
Yeah, like I said, I think the Birdies do have the momentum here. It's gone from 9-3 pretty quickly here. It's still only the 4th, so a lot more scoring than I thought we might see at 93 ego, but these guys are just that good.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the viewers may be counting Snack out of this. When that deficit was so deep, you know that Mercy Watch can be so dangerous against a player like Ashnod who could hit a home run at any moment, but great grit to get back into this game as he lifts one there, though. Should be the 3rd out, caught by Elwood Blues in left field, and it is. So Beaky Bay putting on a show to get back into this ball game. Going to the bullpen now in this bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, absolutely, and a great inning. I mean, missed a pretty hittable pitch there, but still, Birdies have to be pretty happy with where they're at now. They were looking dead and buried in the first inning. It's a 3-run game here just a couple innings later, so great grit, great determination. Way to not give up and keep a good attitude, and we're right back in this ball game.
Indeed we are. Let's see now what Finger Licking Good can do here for Beaky Bay. That first pitch changeup is smashed to center field, but Pear Tree gets a good jump on it for out number 1. It's all going to be in the placement and maybe finding a couple goose eggs in some of these innings for Light Snack now that he's got his bats rolling. Good, quick 3 pitches from Finger Licking Good. It sees the count at 1-2 to Paul Butterfield. The K-Man activates. Butterfield swinging below the zone, but he finds it into the gap. He's got okay speed. Peartree's going to throw it to second base. It's going to be close. Ooh, and he's safe with a double.
That is a brutal break. That was way down in the zone, but Ashnod muscles it over second base, and it's not just a base hit; it's a double. That's a frustrating play there for the Birdies. Let's see if they can squeak out. But good piece of hitting and running by Ashnod.
That ball's hit hard to left field. It's going to find its way over that high wall just by an inch. That's huge for the Blues as Malia Jackson gets her first home run of the playoffs. Big 2-run home run. It is now 13-8.
Absolutely, and the Blues gonna, maybe they've been quiet for long enough, they think, and they're gonna storm right back into this, try to build on that lead.
Yeah, Blues gonna blues, but like we've said a couple times, Snack finding those edges well. There's a 102-mile-an-hour fastball. All Ashnod can do is wave at it, and that is a big out number 2 in this inning.
Number 60.
Yeah, that was 102. That's tough to hit anywhere, but especially when it's a great location like that. So,
Number 30.
see if Snacks can limit the damage and just kind of sneak out of this with just a few.
We're going to see Thomas Dorsey come off the bench. Okay contact, okay power, ton of speed. Let's see what Ashnod does with this pinch hitter with 2 outs. Well-placed fastball from Snack to start off the at-bat, 100 miles an hour. The screwball's lifted. It's going to find some grass. Good attempt from Owl with the dive. But that is a pinch hit single for Ashnod. It's going to see the lineup turnover for Muddy Waters.
Yeah, and Muddy Waters is, as you can see, 3 for 3, having quite a day here.
Yeah, leadoff hitter for the Blues just can't be kept off base right now. Snack looking to do so here, though, in this 4th inning. That one's low. Ooh, well placed there from Finger looking good. Now sees K-Man activate. The count is full. Here comes the heat, and Ashnod crushes it to left field. That's going to find some seat. Another one that almost hits that sign out there and left. And the lead is now stretched to 15-8 in favor of the Chicago Blues.
And looking at the replay, Dwayne, I mean, that was a 99 power fastball. He just missed the location by just that much. Not by much. It just caught too much of the play, and Ashnod not going to miss those.
Yeah, he's not going to miss him. Indeed, he's shown that so far in this game. With the sheer amount of home runs he's managed to power over the wall. That one is drilled into the gap. Should just see a single, though, as it's expertly played by Woodsy Owl in left field. So, Snack looking for that 3rd out. The inning started off good, but it's getting a little bit hairy here. That one is crushed, a changeup. And now, all of a sudden, that lead is stretched back to 9 runs for the Blues. A 2-run home run from Elwood.
Yeah, I mean, just when we thought Birdies were getting back into it, I mean, Ashnod is going to Ashnod, like you said, and he's just not being fooled by anything. Most effective pitch just seems to be well-located fastballs. If he misses at the location at all, it's getting crushed. Like, that was a perfect pitch.
Yeah, you got to live up in the zone. You got to hit your spot, I think, with Ashnod. Snack's been doing a good job of that when the pitches aren't being missed. That one's right at lid and egg. An absolute atom ball. Crushed, but luckily caught for out number 3.
So living dangerously again with a 9-run deficit here, but Birdies do what they got to do to keep the game alive and give themselves another chance. Let's see if he has another big inning to get back into this.
Yeah, truly a marathon of scoring from these players so far in this game number 1. The runs that were promised are all over the board right now. 25 total runs scored between them in this now in 4 complete innings so far.
Yeah, I think they're scoring more in this game than they were when they were on 90. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, perhaps some sort of the new pitching maybe playing a part with some of these missed pitches. The raising ego, I'm not really sure. It's crazy. These are 2 of the best hitters in the game, though. 2 of the best, if not the best, power hitters active right now, and this is what you expect.
Yeah, I would say they are the 2 best power hitters indeed, and possibly the 2 best hitters overall.
We have another great hitter in Lazy and yourself, Mike Cooch, in the other semifinal matchup, as that strikeout is made by Ashnod there. Nice fastball placed. Gets Snack swinging for out number 1. Brings up Hoot for his 3rd AB of the game.
Yes, Lazy, an exceptional hitter as well. Everyone will, I'm sure, look forward to that series.
Hooty Hooter Hoot. Going to get things started here for Beaky Bay in the top of the 5th with 1 out. Gets himself a single nicely hit up the middle. Brings up the 7-hole hitter, Partridge Pear Tree, already a double to his name this evening. Ooh, absolutely crushed there from Snack. I know, just so tough to see him just a hair early on that one. But Paratree does his job, hits it right up the chute. A diving attempt from Ashnod just past his glove. And now 2 runners on for Beaky Bay. Like we said before, not just done yet.
Not at all. I mean, you'd love the dinger. He was a half second ahead to... Oh. Get down ball, maybe? Oh, great play.
What a catch from Jake Blues in right field, sliding, and he makes the double play as that one looked for sure to find some space out there. But that'll end the inning for the Blues. Now he has this chance to possibly put this away in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, great defense, great timing, just a fantastic play by Ashnod. Not usually known for his defense, but yeah, that pitching, that defense vastly improved this season, so props to him.
Early on the changeup is Ashnod, gets the soft contact. So that's an out number 1 in favor of Finger Licking Good and his birdie squad.
14.
A cutter just missing, starting off the at-bat for Paul Butterfield. Ooh, and behind in the count now is good. Yeah, Snack not going to mess around, just going with the walk there. 4-pitch walk for Butterfield. Sees Mahalia Jackson. The winning run is now at first base.
Yeah.
Number 0.
It doesn't get much easier. This lineup is just jack full of power-hitting monsters, so... Well, good decision there. There's a pop-up into shallow left. Not going to do any damage with that.
Yeah, the fresh arm, perhaps the specialist as well, doing its part. Getting a 1-pitch, 1-out for the Beaky Bay Birdies. Mother Clucker now trying to get the strong power hitter in BB King, the 8-hole hitter, out, who absolutely tanked one off the scoreboard earlier in this game. And that one's hit hard. It's going to get down in front of Big Birdie, slides for it. Dangerous if it got past him, but he gathers it up. And so now 2 runners are on. It brings up the 9th spot and pitcher Albertino Walker.
Man, yeah, that was a dangerous angle, and if that got by him, that was basically ball game, I think. But he dedicated to it. He went for it. He just missed the catch that would have got him out of the inning.
That ball's hit up the middle by the relief pitcher. Partridge's going to throw it home, and that's not going to be enough to score the winning run, but the bases are loaded now with 2 outs for Muddy Waters, seeing his 5th AB of the game. He's 4 for 4. And Waters hits it. It's through the right side of the infield, and that will score the run, and that will be the mercy. It is an 18-8 ball game. The Chicago Blues win game 1.
Yeah, impressive by both these players, but especially Ashnod. I mean, after you get the mercy against Snack, I mean, that's not an easy feat against anybody, especially not the guy who is the number 3 seed. So a very impressive performance by Ash in game 1.
Yeah, there was a ton of grit shown, though, by Light Snack. We mentioned a couple times to even stay in that ball game, being down 9-0 so early. I think there's a lot to take from this ball game for him going into game 2. You know, if he's finding the placement and if he's able to just get those runs on the board early, he might find himself in a position just like Ashnod did in this one.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and it was good for him that he, he showed the grit. He just, you gotta, win, lose, or draw. You gotta figure out what works against a player this good. So just to see some extra at bats, some offensively and defensively, could definitely do him some good. If I'm him, I mean, as much as he was hitting the fastball, I think it's just well placed fastballs are the only thing that seem to be working. Maybe mix in a changeup or 2.
Yeah, we did see some breaking ball action too from Snack. A few were well placed, a few weren't. I think the jump to 93 ego has affected these players definitely visibly in some aspects of the game. A few more stretch pitches they stretched for out of the zone, especially on those breaking balls I noticed. But yeah, you really have to find what works against a hitter as efficient as Ashnod is at placing that reticle and just getting that launch angle just right. We did see Snack warm up though. I think it's going to be very exciting here. So as we wait for these guys to get queued up for game 2, we're going to just take a brief break. Thank you all for hanging with us. We got games 1, 2, and 3 of this semifinal series coming at you tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have returned here for Game 2 action now in this XBL semifinal. We're heading to Swagger Center, the home of Beaky Bay, for game number 2.
Yeah, let's see if the old birdies are more comfortable in their home confines here. Maybe it'll help them out, maybe it won't. This is a good hitter's park, which Ashnod can definitely take advantage of as well. So look for some more high scoring and some more dingers.
Yeah, it should be very exciting here at Swagger Center. We're going to see Howlin' Wolf go up against Featherfinger Finch. Looks like we got the full crowd here, a sold-out crowd here at Swagger Center for Beaky Bay. Looking to see them jump back into the series perhaps after the Blues took a 1-0 lead in Game 1. The first fastball from Finch just missed by Muddy Waters, 100 miles an hour, strike 1.
Yeah, these fans are like magic or something. Where'd they come from? They just appeared out of nowhere.
They were all grabbing drinks, and as soon as they saw the game started, they just ran to their seats, I guess it looked like.
Wow, that's great concession service.
Yeah, absolutely. Lightning fast here at Beaky Bay, and lightning fast is that strikeout starting things off for Light Snack. So big out number 1 here at the Swagger Center. Brings up Jake Blues.
Absolutely, and taking advantage of some slow stuff there, getting Ash a little out in front. Another beautiful fastball.
Yeah, perhaps reinvigorated coming home is Snack. 2 quick heaters, and there's another strikeout for Light Snack here, using the fastball expertly in this first inning.
Yeah, more like it if you're a Birdies fan. He could sure use a quiet first inning.
Another heater, 101, paints the corner. This one looks like it might miss a little bit. Now we're going to see a breaking ball from Finch. And that one is hit well. It was just hung a little bit. I don't think it's going to see... Yeah, it doesn't get out of the park. It hits the wall, though. It's going to be extra bases for Elwood Blues. Gets in standing up at second with a double.
So there you have it. I mean, it didn't leave the yard, so no damage done. But yeah, if you're the Birds, you'd love to just get that 0 on the board.
That one missed, but Ashnod absolutely late on it. Mavis Staples missing that one. That one's hit hard, though. It might stay fair, and it does, just left of that yellow line. So that'll see the game's first run scored, a RBI double for Mavis Staples.
And that's been a huge part of the first 2 games now. Just the Birds having success out number 1 and out number 2, but just can't quite get out of it. Ashnod very clutch with the 2-out hitting.
Yeah, 2-out stats for the Blues so far in this series have to be insane the way he's been getting it done. And that fastball middle in is absolutely crushed. And that'll see the game's first home run, a 2-run dinger in favor of the Blues. And now the game is 3-0.
Yeah, brilliant piece of hitting. That was actually not a bad fastball. Maybe he caught a little bit of the plate, but it was inside. Brilliant piece of hitting if you're a Blues fan, and if you're a Birdies fan, it's just brutal. It looks like it's a 1-2-3 inning in the making, and now all of a sudden it's 3 innings at the top of.
Yeah, Ashnod contemplating something perhaps as we take a minute after that home run. Snack bringing that slider. Just bites the inside corner, 90 miles an hour for strike number 1. That heater hit hard. Looks like it's going to stay in the park, though. Right center field, Big Bird gathers it up for out number 3. So 3 big runs from the Blues in the first inning. Let's see if Beaky Bay can respond.
Yeah, that was hit a long way, but good thing he had a athletic right fielder to track that baby down. Nice catch out there by the right fielder.
That one hit hard by Chicken Dinner to lead off this inning. It's going to find some grass out in left field down the lines. Should be another double in this series for Chicken Dinner. She's had a couple in the first game, keeping the success going. Brings up
being that table setter they need her to be, Dwayne. There she is.
Yeah, she's got.
See if they can knock her in.
She's got good speed, so a hit scores her. You know, Light Snack looking to get a hold of one though.
Ooh, wow, what a pitch!
Yeah, what a pitch from Ashnod. Brings the count to 1-2. Good take from Snack, though. Not stretching the zone for that one. 99 miles an hour, well placed from Ashnod. Gets Snack swinging. It'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Roost Broodmother.
Yeah, some more good pitching by Ashnod here early on.
Yeah, he's using good sequencing and good location this far to have a little bit of success. We're only in the first inning, though. So a lot of story to be had in this game. Broodmother's ahead in the count now, 3-1. And she takes it low. Good eye there on the 100-mile-an-hour heater from Howlin' Wolf. And we've got 2 runners on base for the big catcher, Balk Bagok.
Yeah, they great piece of patience, and that one is crushed. I don't think center fielder's getting there.
No, he's not indeed. Nobody's going to catch that one as it's drilled into the right center field gap. That'll open the scoring for Beaky Bay, and he's going to head home. He gets in there safely just by a hair. Absolutely gutsy send from Light Snack. I believe it was Roos Broodmother. Not a ton of speed. Getting it in there, though, makes this a one-run game in the first.
Man, good slide. It looked like the ball beat him there by a lot, but somehow he snuck in there and was safe by just an eyelash.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, things very dangerous for the Blues. Woodsy Owl, the 5-hole hitter for Beaky Bay with that runner in scoring position. Ahead in the count now, 3-1. Takes the heater. Full count. Full count pitch is hit hard, but foul to the right side. Wolf readies. And another good take on the full count from Snack as the second walk of the inning. And we'll see Hootie Hooter Hoot, the left-handed third baseman, have his jab at maybe knocking in this run.
Absolutely, and another beautiful patient at bat, making the starter Howling Wolf really work a lot this first inning. That could be trouble.
Yeah, trouble indeed. A 4-6 over to 3 double play. Hooter Hoot just not able to get a hold of that inside pitch. But creeping back into it is Light Snack there, making it a one-run game. We're at 3-2 here in the top of the second.
And maybe a bit of caster curse there as we were talking up the patience and the at-bats, and then the right on time, the double play to get out of it. But still a good at-bat. Way to get back in the ball game.
Ooh, and another strikeout here early for Finch as Ashnod unable to catch up with that fastball, brings up the 8-hole hitter BB King. That one's hit hard by King, but Bird might be able to catch that. He jumps for it, but it was mistimed and a bit misplaced. So King's going to get a single here with 1 out. It brings up the
I'm not sure if
Howling
he... Yeah, I don't even know if he had to jump for that, but it was just hit so darn hard, you just kind of have to make a decision. So I can't blame him, but... Oh, man.
The pitcher having some success so far in this series is Ashnod hitting with his pitchers. He gets another hit there. Howlin' Wolf helping himself out with a single. Brings up the leadoff hitter Muddy Waters with a couple runners on and 1 out.
Yeah, this guy was dangerous game 1, too. So not the guy you'd like to see if you're a Birdies fan.
He lines out there over to third base. Ooh, and just in time is Howlin' Wolf getting back to first. I think that's they've kept Muddy Waters now hitless in this game after going 5 for 5 in game 1.
Yeah, he was huge. And it looks like, is this Elvis?
This is Jake Blues, one of the Blues brothers. Brother of the left fielder Elwood. Quick 1-2 count, though, from Snack on Jake Blues. A ton of power on him, so you don't want to miss your spot. That cutter is inside. Ashnod bites at it, hits it hard over to Chicken Dinner, but she gobbles it up, tosses it to Broodmother for out number 3. And a scoreless inning there for Beaky Bay. That's got to be huge, and we head to the bottom of the second.
Yeah, just got to be a sigh of relief from Light Snack there, just proving to himself he can indeed throw up a 0 when he needs to. Some good pitching.
Partridge Pear the Tree trying to start things off with some success. Hits it hard over to the third baseman, which she's able to handle it. Keeps it in front of her. Tosses it to first for out number 1. Brings up Laid an Egg. Egg digs in, having a home run in game number 1. Hits it hard over to the shortstop here to start off her at-bat in game number 2, but it is caught for a line-out, bringing up the pitcher, Finch.
Yeah, unfortunate. 2 really hard-hit balls. Game 1, Ashnod was kind of the victim of a lot of atom balls, so this game, maybe the tables have turned, and Snack is now the victim of some hard-hit atom balls, unfortunately, for the Birdies.
Let's see now the approach from Howlin' Wolf against the pitcher, Finch. Hopefully still hanging in there. Ashnod taking a quick second. At least no disconnect there. You always have your heart stop for a moment when it takes that long. That one misses outside though for ball number 1.
Off the plate.
Outside again for number 2. Howlin' Wolf doesn't want to pitch to Finch, perhaps fearing that 1,000 batting average.
That's got to be it, man. I mean,
the count's full though for the pitcher with 2 outs, and there's Finch keeping it 1,000, baby, right up the chute, helping himself out with 2 outs, and that'll extend the inning and turn over the lineup for Beaky Bay.
Man, these pitchers are the best hitters on the field. It seems like they can't get each other out.
Yeah, these two with their strong reticle placement, their ability to get to the ball, just not missing even with those smaller reticles, perhaps even benefiting them at times. Who knows? Either way, Chicken Dinner is going to look for some success with 2 outs, maybe find a gap, wear some seat, deep in that Swagger Center fandom. A packed house here at Swagger Center.
Yeah, you know these fans would love some souvenirs today.
2 quick pitches sees the count evened up at 1-1. Ooh, and Wolf painting with a great pitch there. Counts now 1-2.
That was about as perfect as it can be. Just doesn't even look like a strike, but it just catches that lower outside corner.
We await Ashnod here, perhaps just taking a moment.
Of a blue American in parking lot B, please return to your vehicle. It's on
Chicken
fire.
Dinner awaits that pitch eagerly. You know, Snack's looking to try and take a lead here. If he can, he's got to have some 2-out magic. Maybe Ashnod can share some of his from game 1. Ooh, good
He needs
takes.
to. He's not a greedy guy.
Count is full with 2 outs now. This is a dangerous hitter. Ooh, and late on the 83-mile-an-hour changeup. Well done from Ashnod just to get Snack a bit crossed up. Big strikeout. We head to the third, a scoreless second inning.
Now batting.
Yeah, that was just kind of a desperate flail from Snack there just to try to make some contact. I think he was definitely fooled by the off speed or maybe the location there.
Yeah, either way, we're going to see Elwood Blues dig in. The number 3 hole hitter and left fielder.
Don't forget to get your slugger aid.
Ooh, just missing from Finch there on the fastball to start the at-bat. That one well placed and fouled away, even things up. That ball's hit hard. Hooter, though. What a dive.
Now
Absolutely, man. He had to dive as soon as the ball was hit, but reacted beautifully and made a heck of a web gem.
Yeah, not getting fooled by that exit velo either, able to hold on to it. The first pitch of this at-bat for Mavis Staples hit foul. Ashnod reaching for a changeup there, has him down 0-2 in this count. Ooh, the curveball hit hard. Absolutely pulled sideways by Ash. Here comes a fastball from Light Snack. Perfect placement, gets the out. Backwards K, brings up the shortstop, Elmore James.
Yeah, another beautiful sequence by the Birdies. Getting Ash a little off balance and then finishing him off with just a perfectly placed fastball right on the inner half.
There you go, Snack again with a fastball, able to get Ashnod to miss, but Ashnod looking to jump on any mistake pitch and find a way to widen things up here. He's down 1-2 in the count with 2 outs. Here comes the heater from Snack. Ooh, just missing his spot, ball number 2. Well placed again from Light Snack, using that power pitch with expertise. Counts even at 2-2. Here comes the changeup. Gets Ashnod swinging early. We go again, and that one's hit hard. Woodsy Owl's going to try and track it in left field, and he does. So well done from Snack again. Back-to-back scoreless innings against this fearsome Blues offense.
Absolutely fearsome indeed, and great job by both of those players. That was quite a battle there, back and forth and fouling off some tough pitches, but great job by Snack to eventually make him hit it into the defense.
Both these guys working these starters. High pitch counts for both Howlin' Wolf and Finch in this third inning. Big Bird, though, missing that fastball, counts in favor of Wolf, 0-2. Third pitch of the at-bat's lifted behind shortstop. Should be no trouble for Elmore James. He makes that catch for out number 1.
The first baseman, number 12.
Here comes the strong first baseman, Roos Broodmother, a double in that first inning. Scored a run by a hair.
Nope, that's high.
That one missed high by Ashnod. Sees the count even at 1-1 here with 1 out. 1 run deficit, lots of ones. And perhaps the 1B first base woman you want at the plate in Roos Broodmother.
For the pitcher, you might as well go up to level A.
I sure would. She's been dangerous all series, done a great job. Been one of the Birds' most consistent dangerous hitters all season long.
They're sure to reach the pitchers now.
The 43rd pitch from Howlin' Wolf is crushed into the right center field gap. I don't think he's going to have enough speed to get there. The right fielder gathers it up off the ground, but that's going to be another double here for Broodmother.
Yeah, right on cue. We're talking her up. She had to wait a while as the game was paused, but she's not deterred, and she just hits an absolute rocket into right center field for an extra base hit.
Nope, that's high.
Here comes the hero of the first inning, Balk Bagok. He had that 2 RBI double, but he gets underneath an inside pitch there. That should be catchable for Jake Blues, and it is. That'll keep the runner at second base as well. Not enough distance of a ton of arm. We'll see Woodsy Owl with a chance with 2 outs to try and knock in Broodmother. He's going to need something significant, though, because she does not have a ton of speed.
Yeah, going to need to find a gap or probably a dinger to get her in. She does not have much speed out there.
And that
one
one's
just lifted.
Ooh, yep, just lifted for out number 3. So scoreless are the Beaky Bay Birdies here. So these teams scoreless for 2 innings now, a rarity, you would think, after game 1 that we just saw. Either way, Featherfinger Finch going to start things off in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, not sure if it's just improved pitching or maybe these guys in a closer game are both pressing a little bit more, chasing a bit, but either way, a little bit different than game number 1.
2-1 count sees Ashnod foul off that well-placed fastball from Snack, evening things up. Heater looked at by Paul Butterfield. Brings the count full. Here comes another heater. Ashnod hits it well. It gets just past the diving glove of Chicken Dinner. Paratree gets it in from the outfield. That'll be a single for Ashnod to start this 4th inning.
Yeah, what a rocket. That was a nice high fastball. That could be dangerous.
Oh, and it is. Yep. That one absolutely destroyed to the back of the seats there in right field at Swagger. 421 feet from Mahalia Jackson brings this lead up now to 5-2 in favor of the Blues.
Yeah, that was one when as soon as he let it go and you saw where the reticle was, like 83 power, not great. You knew that could have been dangerous, and it was. Ashnod not going to miss those. As Fleurball responds and gets out number 1, the hard ground out.
Yeah, BB King was right in his wheelhouse, you'd have to think, but Ashnod unable to get the right placement, drills it right at the second baseman, but Bruce Broodmother unable to gobble up that bit of a tricky ground ball, hits her glove, and now we've got a runner at first, I believe, after what might be scored an error. Ashnod, or excuse me, Light Snack trying to find a ground ball, perhaps, make things easy in this inning.
Yeah, he's definitely hoping, but Ash, for some reason, it seems like he never hits a ground ball when he needed to. Strikeout works. That'll work, out number 2.
Yeah, the next best thing, just don't let him hit the ball. So now we've got a 2-out situation here for the Blues, runner on first base. That cutter misses. It's going to go to center field. Paratree is going to be not quite tall enough to grab that one. It makes its way to the tree out in center field, and that'll bring the lead to 7-2 in favor of the Blues.
Yeah, and again, we've talked about the good pitching, but he's missed 2 pitches pretty badly in this inning, and they've both been hit over the fence.
Yeah, Ashnod doing what he does best, mashing those mistake pitches. When Snack is on with his placement, he's been having a ton of success, though, as that one's hit hard. The curveball early. Big Bird catches it easily in right field, so now Snack going to try and find his way into this game. The deficit now 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tough start.
It's just so tough.
Yeah, Hootie Hooter Hoot hits that well to start things off. First pitch, but right at the right fielder Blues. And now we'll see Paratree up with 1 out. He's ahead in the count 2-0. A whiff on the off-speed pitch from Paratree. Good take, though. Now he's ahead 3-1. What placement there from Ashnod, making the count full with the fastball. The payoff pitch. It's hit okay out to right field, but it's not going to have enough distance to get to the wall. Blues gathers that for out number 2.
Yeah, one of those, you know you miss it, but you just hope in this short right field porch you hit enough of it to bounce it off the wall for a freebie, but not to be in that situation.
Off the plate.
Ashnod trying to find that outside corner. It's 1-1. There's a good fastball up and in here to late and Egg, the shortstop. Egg early on that curveball. Gets ready for the 1-2 pitch from Wolf. Swings underneath it, the high fastball, 99 miles an hour, enough to get it done there. And we move into the top of the 5th inning. Still 7-2 in favor of the Blues, and Ashnod not wasting time, starting things off with a single.
Absolutely, and I was just going to say, he did what he needed to do after scoring a 4 spot in the 4th inning there. Gets the 1-2-3 inning and really capturing the momentum here.
Oh, that slider is crushed. That one's not coming back. Ashnod with a home run here. Another 2-run homer in this game, I believe his 3rd. 460 feet from Elmore James brings the lead to 9-2.
Yeah, absolute no doubter. It's been 3 bad pitches, but the problem is they've been worth 6 runs. For Ashnod, he's just not missing if it's a mistake.
Brings up Butterfield. Finch still in the game here for Beaky Bay. Perhaps Snack just not eager to go to that bullpen just yet. Bruce Brewmiller's going to dive. What a play for out number 1. She did not have a lot of time to react there.
No, the corner infield was definitely bailing out Snack with some good web gems. She did drop the one an inning or two ago, but that was a heck of a play.
Ooh, well-placed changeup. I thought perhaps a 3-pitch strikeout was on its way. Here comes the 4th pitch, and that one is well-placed as well. Ashnod unable to catch up with the 97-mile-an-hour heater. We'll see the second out of the inning now. Brings up BB King. Hit hard to right center field. Snack jumps and then dives. Almost catches that ball. Either way, BB King gets in safely with a double. That was one of the more insane plays I've ever seen attempted.
It would, man. It sure would have been if he would have made it. That was, I don't know if it was a mistake to jump or if it was intentional, but yeah, that would have been a heck of a play.
Here comes Howlin' Wolf with a chance now. Counts even at 1-1. Snack now behind 3-1 in the count. Got to come to the pitcher, Howlin' Wolf, and he misses his spot there. That'll be a walk for Howlin' Wolf. Turns over the lineup. Muddy Waters, though, 0 for 3 in this one.
Yeah, he's been a different guy game 2 here, from 0 to 0, I guess, at least for now, but big spot here.
Nope, inside.
That one misses inside. Counts out 1-2. That one fouled away. Ashnod early. He's really looking to blow this open even more with 2 outs and his leadoff hitter at the plate. The curveball incoming. Misses high. So now the payoff pitch with 2 outs.
Big pitch here.
Can't miss your spot now if you're Snack. Here comes the heater high, and he gets the strikeout. Huge, huge strikeout there for Snack. 95 miles an hour high. But the game now at 9-2. He's going to see, pinch hitter here for Finch to try and start this off.
Yeah, not surprised to see that. And yeah, the Birdies get away with one after the cardinal sin of walking the pitcher. Ooh.
Booby Berberin hits it hard. Will he have enough speed to get to first? And he beats it by a hair after it hits the glove of the diving Mavis Staples at second. Good start for Beaky Bay, perhaps. Ooh, jinxed are we, as that one's hit well, or hit easily over to second base, but the fielder's choice is all they're able to get, as good speed from Chicken Dinner there. Big Bird sees a strike. Ooh, and a well-placed off-speed pitch for strike number 2. Trying to protect Bird early. Pulls the inside pitch foul.
Laggage.
A little bit of laggage. We got the ball low there. Counts even now at 2-2. A little bit of spunk in her steps. Chicken Dinner heads to second base. In there safely. With the 1-out stolen base, now a runner in scoring position for Beaky Bay. Ooh, but whiffing there on the 99-mile-an-hour fastball is Big Bird. Excuse me.
Love to see the spunk in the step. Good base steal. It was actually a pretty darn close play at second, but she had just enough speed to get in there.
Yeah, well-timed jump from Snack to get that bag, but now he's got to get a hit with Roost Broodmother if he wants to knock Dinner in.
That's inside.
That one misses inside. He's ahead in the count. And Roost Broodmother does not miss that one. The breaking ball high is crushed. It's going to bounce off that wall on the fly. And we'll see Chicken Dinner score from second easily. It's now a 9-3 ball game.
Yeah, that's the downside of the Swagger Center, or these short porches. You can hit a ball that's usually a double or maybe even a triple, and they turn into just a long single if you don't hit it over the fence.
Bill Goff gets behind one, so maybe some more 2-out magic brewing for the Birdies. 2 runners on. And we're going to see Woodsy Owl take his chance. Ooh, that one right down the tube. Yeah, got to take a second after that. Whew.
That was right in the happy zone, and he knows it, so see if he can settle down.
Ooh, and the changeup well placed. Behind in the count is Woodsy Owl. Snack has to protect here. Good take. Ball number 1. Now it's even. Not a lot of speed on the bags. Way to fight it off.
Yeah, great defensive swing there. Oh.
Yeah, unable to catch up with that one. Just kind of locked him up there. The well-placed fastball gets him looking for out number 3. We're going to head to the top of the 6th inning. It's still 9-3.
Yeah, I've really been impressed with Ashnod's pitching. I know we know him as a slugger, but I mean, shutting down this offense, 3 runs, yeah, he scored a little bit, but I mean, this is one of the best hitters in the game. So, Ashnod, after some pitching struggles last season and throughout the season, a little bit this season, has really turned it on in the playoffs.
Yeah, perhaps still feeling that sting of the sweep in the World Series last season against Lazy. He's wanting to fight his way back there desperately to try and get another chance at the title. The winner of this semifinal will face the winner of Mike the Cooch and Lazy in the XBL World Series.
Absolutely, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but I think he stands a great shot no matter who he faces with the improved pitching, and we know how he hits, so he definitely looks like a different guy this year.
Indeed he does. Not hitting there, though, is Ashnod, as the reliever Mother Clucker gets her appearance in and gets a strikeout to start it off. Yeah, the XBL World Series stands to be an entertaining bout no matter who gets into it. Ashnod definitely improving his game. Even just a slight improvement in his pitching with the amount he scores runs is going to be monumental in improving his chances overall.
Absolutely.
But he's got to get through Beaky Bay here, and we saw a ton of runs scored in one inning from Snack before. Who's to say if he gets through the Blues here pretty handily that he can't do it again?
Absolutely, yeah. You'd be a fool to count out the birdies at this point. It's still early in game 2. There's plenty of baseball to be left, so the birdies could definitely just as well be the representative from this half of the bracket. Wouldn't be surprised either way.
Taking a second here is Mother Clucker to gather her decision making on her next pitch, I believe. Sorry about the bang. We're getting ready to resume this top of the 6th inning here with 1 out. Counts 1-0. In favor of Elwood Blues. Perhaps a little bit of stalling tactic from both teams here. Light Snack perhaps taking exception to the amount of pauses Ashnod has thrown up in this 2-game set so far.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. It does seem like Ash has paused a little more than typical. I don't know if he's having internet issues or if it's gamesmanship or what, but I've definitely noticed it as well.
Yeah, we'll have to check in with him and see if he's okay after this match. We'd love to get things going here. And it looks like now Mother Clucker's ready to pitch as Elwood Blues has finally tied his shoes. Good strike. He hits the 2-1 heater, just beats it into the ground. Laden Egg gathers it for an easy ground out number 2 in this inning.
Number 1.
We're going to see Staples early on the changeup. Mother Clucker goes with the outside cutter, so the count's even. The heat from Clucker, perhaps a specialist as well, contributing to some good misses here early. Just missed there, perhaps, from Ashnod on the fastball. Snack contemplating where to put this pitch, trying to find his way out of this inning, scoreless. Another foul ball extends the at-bat. This changeup missing. Going to be outside. Cluck returns with a fastball, and unable to catch up with it is Ashnod. 100 miles an hour right on the corner. Gets him swinging. Now we're heading to the bottom of the 6th. The scoreless inning from the Blues brings up Beaky Bay.
Just what the birdies need. I mean, we still got plenty of baseball, and we know this. These birdies hitters can get it done, so that's... It's 6 runs, you're down, it's frustrating, but, you know, just chip away and see what happens. Throwing up zeros isn't going to hurt your cause either if you're the birdies, so.
We're seeing the specialist Willie Dixon come in here for the Chicago Blues, perhaps trying to keep things at 3 runs. Ashnod trying to pile on here, either find a way to the 9th or perhaps get into mercy territory, but Hootie Hooter Hoot is going to start things off with a single.
Hey, you know what? It's one of the not hardest balls we've seen hit all day, but it'll work. It's a base hit, lead off.
Yeah, you got to start things off with a hit if you think you want to get back into a game where the deficit is 6 runs like this one late. Still a good bit of time, though, with all the outs to work with in the 6th inning and whatever else going forward. That one hit by Pear Tree up the middle, and now we see this pair on the bags again. I think Hootie Hooter Hoot and Pear Tree getting on base a bit in game 1, setting things up for Laden Egg here.
Yeah, this is what the Birdies fans have been waiting for. Something to get excited about here, as we've got a promising inning.
Laid an egg, gets under that one though. Snack opting to swing away with the 8-hole hitter. It's going to be lifted easily for Muddy Waters in center field, makes the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Yeah, honestly, just another quality strike by Ash. I think that was definitely going to catch the high inside part of the zone. So you don't have to swing at it, but it's a strike. And leads to some soft contact, unfortunately, for the Birdies 8-hole hitter.
Yeah, Ashnod's been living on the edges with a lot of success. You know, Snack probably waiting for those mistake pitches, waiting for those moments where he can really jump at the baseball. But, ooh, that one's crushed right at Mavis Staples, and just can't get the double play. Unfortunate break there for Beaky Bay.
Yeah, I think if he's playing traditional second base, like, I don't think that's caught at all. But in double play territory, or in double play alignment, just basically right at him.
Here's the locked-in Elmore James. You do not want to miss against this player right now. And Finger looking good, does not. Strikes him out on 3 pitches. Great use of the changeup.
Yeah, that was a good-looking changeup. Ashnod looking fooled very badly there, which was pretty rare over this game and a half.
Snack here, perhaps looking things over before Paul Butterfield takes his stab at the dish. Going with the heater. Finds the zone high. 0-1 count.
Butterfield with a paltry 765 average. Pathetic.
Nice dive there. That's not the first time we've seen a great play like that from Hootie Hooter Hoot here in this series.
Yeah, absolutely. Another play, man. Hootie, whatever his name is, has made some nice plays to keep the Birdies in it and keep some runners off base.
Woodsy Owl might be able to handle this one. It was absolutely stung. A bit of a missed position on the screwball, but well done there from Snack once again to keep things scoreless. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Beaky Bay still in this at 9-3.
Yep, doing a good job keeping those Blues bats quiet the last couple innings, but he's got to get his bats going himself. You got to score if you're down 6, and unfortunately that's where we are if you're a Birdies fan.
Yeah, the Blues, though, feeling good. Ashnod has absolutely shut the door through the middle innings of this ball game, allowing those 2 runs early in the first. And that one, Mahalia Jackson jumping and making that catch over at third base. The hot corner earning its name right there.
Yeah, for both teams, making some great plays down there at third. Great defense and great pitching again by Ash.
Steve Wright.
Placement. Great fastball has Big Bird down. 0-2 in the count. That one just a bit inside. We'll go again here, 1-2. And Big Bird swings under it. High heater, 100 miles an hour. That's out number 2.
The first baseman, number 12.
Bruce Broodmother drills it into that right center field gap once again. Looks like she's going to try and dig for 2 for her 3rd double of the ballgame. The throw's off target, so she's in there easily. A 2-out double for Broodmother.
The catcher.
Yeah, she's been huge. The problem is nobody's been out there to knock her in, unfortunately. Oh, maybe this time that changes.
Yeah, Balk Bagok hits it well, but it's played super nicely by Ashnod, using the physics well off that wall. But either way, Bagok gets in there after the throw's cut off. Those 2 runners with pretty slow speed able to score and trade places.
Yeah, that was great base running, and yeah, Ash played it about as good as you can, but
wow, Snack going down for that one. It's going to be out number 3, but he hit it pretty well for a pitch that was that low out of the zone. Either way, tacks 1 on here, brings the deficit to 5, and he's going to want to try and keep it clean here in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, really needs to, as he's running out of some outs here as the game gets into the late stages here. But 1 is better than nothing. You'll take it. Just trying to chip away.
Ooh, that one's hit hard by BB King. It's off the wall. But his speed is only going to have him at a single. Well played by Big Bird as well.
Yeah, this is his home stadium. Not surprised to see him play perfectly like that. Nicely played.
We'll see Thomas Dorsey getting another pinch hit appearance in this series off the bench. Swinging at the first pitch, screwball lifts it to center field for Peritry. He makes the catch. So the runner will stay at first base. Here comes Muddy. Contrasting is 5 for 5 in game number 1 with an 0 for 4. And he's a bit tense in this 8th.
Yeah, hard to believe it's the same guy. He couldn't miss game 1, but maybe it was just that home field.
Just missing that pitch right down the middle. Ashnod maybe taken a bit aback by the placement of that one. Either way, he can't reach that one low and away, so big strikeout for Snack. Muddy Waters set down once again on the heater.
Yeah, and that was 103, not amazing location, as that one is tattooed into left center field. That's going to get down for probably a double.
Yeah, absolutely destroyed by Jake Blues, but he could not find its way out of the park. No real speed on BB King, so no run scored there. Snack still perhaps able to find his way out of this scoreless, but he's got to get through Elwood Blues, who swings at the first pitch cutter, hits it easily to Broodmother, and she takes it over the bag for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning.
Absolutely, and some good defense there by the Birdies. They gave up the hits, but that one off right field wall holding it to a single, and then the one in the alley holding it, getting to it literally as quickly as he possibly could and getting a good throw in, keeps the Blues off the scoreboard.
Well, the away fans are on their feet as we see Willie Big Eyes Horton coming in the 8th inning, the closing pitcher here for this Blues team. He's got a ton of velo, looking to use it here against Beaky Bay. Hootie Hooter Hoot starting things off like he does, though. We've seen him do it a few times in different innings in this series so far, and he gets a single right up the chute.
Absolutely, and just to follow up, they love their Willie Big Eyes down there in Chicago. Does a lot for that community.
Big Eyes missing with the curveball. Then Snack behind on the fastball, so we're even for Partridge Pear Tree. There's that corner again. Snack having to take a minute just after the placement from Ashnod there. I don't blame him because he's been living there all night hitting a spot.
Oh,
Gets him looking. Great pitch from Ash. Snack not willing to offer, thinking that one's just a hair inside. Leidneck hits it over to second. Mavis Staples chooses not to bend down to grab the ball. Playing conservative is Snack, so he's got runners at first and second now. Bringing up finger looking good. We're going to see a pinch hitter.
I mean, what did you want her to do, die for it?
Ooh, and finger looking good is going to get his chance to hit. He did have a hit last game while Snack was trying to get back into things, and that was hit into the gap. It's through Staples, and finger looking good is going to see extra bases. 2 runners are going to round third. It looks like Snack is going to score 2 runs here, and finger looking good's going for third. He's got a triple.
Absolutely huge from the Birdies, and here they come, and man, second basewoman Mavis Staples is having just a whale of a time out there. She is not looking good.
Yeah, Mavis having a really rough inning at second base for this Blues team. That 2-bar defense maybe showing its face a little bit at the wrong time. But either way, the deficit is now cut to 3, a much more comfortable position for Snack. Let's see what he can do now with 1 out and the runner in scoring position.
Man.
What a pitch. Ashnod, 100 miles an hour, bites it at the knees. And Snack looking for out number 2.
Number 13.
That one's drilled by Big Bird, but it's going to be right at Elwood Blues in left field for out number 3. So the deficit cut to 3. We're heading to the 9th inning, folks. The score 9-6, 14 hits apiece for these clubs.
Now batting.
Yeah, and good job by Ashnod there. I mean, after a couple blunders in the field, to keep the composure and make some fantastic pitches. A lot of players, you know, myself included, you get frustrated after a mistake and you compound it with a bad pitch, but he did what he needed to do to minimize the damage and get right out of it.
Yeah, indeed he does. These two playing a bit of chess here with the timer and the step out. We're going to see the first pitch in this inning from finger looking good, missing low. That one perhaps a bit out of the zone, but Ashnod able to hit it well. Partridge Pear Tree plays it great out there in center field, though, keeping him to a single.
Yeah, that was potentially huge. Keeping it to a single there just when you think the Birdies have a little momentum, though. Ash with another leadoff hit.
Ooh, just missing with the change up there is Snack. Finger looking good, looking to perhaps find some ground ball success or another one of those strikeouts he's been so apt at getting so far. Let's see, though, how Snack chooses to approach this. 2-0 in the count. Drilled it late an egg. I'm surprised she didn't duck, honestly. That ball was absolutely flying at her. Huge out number 1.
I would have ducked. That ball was hammered.
Yeah, your life flashes before your eyes before you make a catch like that. But either way, got a big first out here in the 9th inning for Light Snack. He's got the dangerous Butterfield at the plate. Ashnod unable to catch up with 100. Now K-Man activates. Here comes the Scroogey. Inside, and it's going to be on the ground. Leidneck tosses it over to second base. Chicken dinner to first, and there's the double play. So we keep
Man.
Ashnod scoreless here in the 9th. He's looking to shut the door against Beaky Bay and take a 2-0 series lead here, but not if Snack has anything to say about it with the 3-4-5 in his order.
Number 12.
You know, absolutely. Somebody pinched me. I think Ash actually just hit into a double play. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, an absolute rarity, and you get to see it right here on prime time. Count yourself lucky. Roost Broodmother missing there at that fastball inside. 1-1 count. Just foul on that. A little bit of timing.
Nope.
Ooh, Ashnod missing his spot there. Evens things up for Broodmother.
That's high.
Count is full.
Yeah. Snack definitely. Oh, that'll work.
There goes Broodmother again. She's found the gap for the 4th time, I believe, in this ball game, and she will get in safely once again. I honestly think if we're counting 4 doubles from Roost Broodmother in this game.
Now back.
Yeah, what a ball game from her. Like, you might as well just put her on second and not waste the pitches, I guess. But I was just going to say, Snack definitely has this in his locker. It's only 3. Ash is, I mean, he's improved his pitching, but I think we're going to see an exciting finish here, Dwayne.
I do too. We're going to see Albertina Walker jog out of the pen for the Blues. Willie Big Eyes Smith not able to get things done after that, a bit of a disastrous 8th inning. So great start for Snack. We've got Bok Bagok up here. Takes the fastball inside. That was just a bit high. Counts even. Bagok way early on the curveball. Now K-Man activates for Walker. Bagok early on the pitch. I believe off speed and outside. That'll get the runner to third base.
Now batting.
So we trade a bit of a fielder's choice for an out.
Number 14.
And we've got
Yeah.
Lindsay Owl.
Not what Snack is looking for, I'm sure, but it's still a productive out, and you still got 2 to work with. Plenty of time.
Nope, that's outside.
Ashnod, though, looking to shut the door. He's got one of his better relievers in here, and he's not missing that spot. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. The K-Man pitch, too much for Snack to handle, 102 miles per hour. And now we've got Hootie Hooter Hoot, the last chance for Beaky Bay in game 2. With 2 outs. Ooh, and just foul as that one on the first pitch.
Yeah, and Ash has been here before. He's been in the highest levels of competition, pressure situations, so...
Hootie Hooter Hoot, though, hits it to dead center field. This one might have the legs to get out, and it's over the wall for a home run with 2 outs. Beaky Bay has brought this to a 1-run game.
Uh-oh. Is there any BK fans in the house? Yeah, we got a ball game, folks. This is what you dream of as a kid. 2 out, 2, or nobody on, but 1 down. It's hero time. Let's see what happens. Who's he bringing in?
It looks like he's got Partridge Pear Tree or Stuffed Turkey. He's thinking perhaps if the handedness matchup is the way to go here for a little bit of sacrifice on speed and fielding an arm, it looks like. And we are going to see Stuffed Turkey step in here to try and play hero for Beaky Bay. Swings at the first pitch, underneath it. Strike number 1.
Follow.
What a moment here. You love to see it.
Ball inside.
Ahead in the count now is Turkey.
Nope, that's
That one low. 3-1 in favor of Stuffed Turkey here. 2 outs, a 1-run game. And that one misses. So that'll bring up the winning run in the form of laid an egg.
The shortstop. Number.
Ashnod.
Yeah, tricky situation.
Yeah, tricky indeed. Ashnod contemplating what he might do next. I believe he's not even at the 3-batter minimum on Albertina. I can't recall exactly how many she's seen. But here's Egg with a huge spot for this club. Missing the fastball, 0-1.
off the plate.
Ooh, and chopping at that one. High heater, 98 miles an hour. Ooh, and 100 miles an hour swing and a miss from Layden Egg.
Wow.
That shuts the door on this ball game, but not before Light Snack made it just as close as he could. A score of 9-8 brings this series in favor of the Chicago Blues now 2-0.
Yeah, what a ball game. We had the fireworks. We thought we were going to get an exciting finish. We did. Birdie's unfortunately coming up just a bit short if you're a Birdies fan. But Ashnod, like I was saying, he's been here before, and close game, blowout game, he knows what it takes to get the job done. So props to him to get to the 2-0 advantage.
Yeah, indeed. That was very, very good job from him. He needed to add those extra runs on when he did, the way things turned out in that ball game. But either way, Snack just unable to quite get it done. Expertly pitched from Ashnod, you know, besides the mistake pitches. Really, both of these guys have been hitting their spots well so far in this series. And like I said, after the first game, Snack was really able to build upon, I think, some of that success he had. And maybe now going into Game 3 tonight, he's able to build on that some more, maybe turn it into a win. We shall see.
Yeah, it seems like it's just going to basically be who makes one less mistake, basically, because that's where the runs are coming from. They're coming from the mistakes. Ash with those big 3 2-run shots, I think, in the middle innings there proved to be the difference. And Snack on his accord also hitting the mistake. So who's going to pitch a complete game?
Yeah, indeed, that's what it's got to be. You have to have as few mistakes as possible, as few blemishes as possible, and that will carry you to victory, it looks like, in this series. But without further ado, we're going to keep things rolling. We're having Game 3 action at Lafayette Corner coming at you right now. Here we go. The team's loading.
A night game.
Yeah, night game at Lafayette. I was just going to say team's loading. You see Ashnod undefeated so far in this playoffs.
Yeah, that's definitely impressive when you're playing these level of players that qualify for the playoffs, especially this deep into the semifinals here, not to have a blemish on the record.
Now the second baseman, number 34.
Chicken Dinner's going to start things off against Luther Allison, the lefty, for the Chicago Blues. Game 1 at Lafayette was a little bit more high scoring than what we saw at Swagger last game, so let's see what sort of fireworks these two can provide in this marathon Game 3 tonight.
Looks like a full house, and that might actually be changing here in a moment. Maybe they're all going to get... No, it's just a partially full house now.
Yeah, Gang's getting up for some snacks. Chicken Dinner fouls it away, counts still even 2-2.
Great food options in Louisiana. Probably getting some beignets or po' boys or muffalettas or something.
Yeah, gotta get that pork-bellied po' boy when you're down on Bourbon Street. We're gonna see Chicken Dinner run the count full here to start the ball game, and she hits it hard over to second base. Mavis Staples, though, catches it off her shoestrings. Brings up Big Bird.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that contact. About as hard as you can hit it, but unfortunately one of those atom balls that we have seen a few of tonight.
That one's hit over the head of the shortstop. That should be a double for Big Bird, though. He's got good speed. The misplayed a little bit there by Waters, and he throws behind the runner, so Bird's gonna head for third, and he slides in there, and he's got the one-out triple.
Wow, what a cheeky piece of base running there by the Birdies. Getting a little crafty.
Bruce Broodmother now with the runner on third. Takes that one high. She hits it over the head of the first baseman. That's going to get down the right field line. Should be extra bases. She does not have a ton of speed. Blue's going to get his throw into second base, so that'll hold Bruce Broodmother at first. But our first run of the ball game goes to Beaky Bay for the first time in this series.
Yeah, that could be huge. Maybe some momentum, some early momentum for the Birdies is just what they need. Put some pressure on Ashnod.
Who just missed there is from Balk Bagok. Runner on first with one out for the big cleanup catcher. That one clipping the zone low. Ashnod finding that spot once again. Balk Bagok hits it hard, and it's through the glove of the shortstop. Perhaps even put a hole in it for all we know. That had some exit velo on it.
It sure did. It looked like the shortstop got there, but yeah, maybe he needs a new glove.
Either way, Bagok blasted that one through, and he's on base. Not a ton of speed now for Woodsy Owl. Looking to extend this first. Still got one out. So something to work with for Snack. That takes one inside. He's ahead in the count now. Luther Allison trying to find his way out of this first without giving up any more runs. Ashnod's pitched out of quite a few jams so far in this series, like we've said. Really commending his upgraded pitching ability.
Take your base.
That one they're missing outside. It'll load the bags up for Hootie Hooter Hoot.
The third baseman,
The home run hitter from the bottom of the ninth last game.
Just drifting. Oh, tough break.
Yeah, he puts an okay swing on it, but yeah, just drifts foul. A little bit of English on it. That one's going to get through that hole between short and third, though, so that'll be another run for Beaky Bay. Everybody moves up a station. 2-0 ball game, and now Partridge Pear Tree gets his chance with the bases full.
Yeah, and he really needed it. He's had situations like these, but unfortunately, some untimely double plays and whatnot have really hurt him when he's had base runners on.
Yeah, and that low, tense accuracy, perhaps a bit of trouble from Luther Allison, but Ashnod finding a spot on the inside corner there twice. Snack hacking at it and hacking at another one. He swings, misses, and it's out number 2.
Yeah, good pitches there by Ash. Unfortunate for Snack not to at least get a bat on the balls. He's way out in front of the changeup for strike 1.
Yeah, that was right where you wanted if you're Snack, but the timing was not there on the off-speed pitch. Laid an egg down quickly, 0-2. Takes one outside, good eye. The changeup again gets Laid an egg swinging, so striking out with the bases loaded gets Ashnod out of the first inning. And we are at a 2-0 scoreline in favor of Beaky Bay heading to the bottom of the first.
Absolutely, and if you're the Birdies, you're happy to have the lead, but got to think, hey, what could have been? We left a few out there, but hey, a lead is a lead. Let's see if he can get a hold here with the third pitcher, Tina Tailfeather.
Yeah, Tina's getting her spot. Not a lot of junk, not a lot of accuracy. Almost identical pitchers, really, even both left-handed from both these clubs. In game number 3, Woodsy Owl diving for the catch, sliding expertly out there in left field. So that's a big first out for Beaky Bay, starting things off. Muddy Waters unable to continue that game 1 success that we may have jinxed him on.
Absolutely, and good break there from Snack, because I do think that was a ball that Ashnod chased there.
Ooh, well placed on the heater. Jake Blues, all he can do is stare at that one, head back to the dugout. 2 quick outs here in favor of the Birdies. But Elwood takes that high curveball, hits it well. That's one you don't think you can really get past Ash. The velocity has really been what's working so far for Snack. The breaking balls are what Ash has been somewhat eating up, as long as it's not too far out of the zone and he's chasing.
Yeah, or if it's a breaking ball, probably keep it low. I wouldn't put another one there again if I was the Birdie. But just a single, 2-out single.
Misses outside. The count's even now for the cleanup hitter, Mavis Staples, and she gets under that curveball. Pretty well placed there from Snack. It's a tough one to get your bat around on. Partridge Pear Tree makes that catch. And we're heading into the top of the second. The Birdies maintain the lead, 2-0.
Yeah, good piece of pitching there by the Birdies. Just what he needs. See if he can keep this momentum going, add a few more on, and get off to the races, so to speak.
He may,
looking at his lineup here.
Yeah, maybe perhaps looking at his lineup, thinking maybe Tina Tailfeather has already done her job, but I believe he will have her stretch. We're going to see Luther Allison bring his first pitch in here high to Tina Tailfeather. Ooh, she gets sheared off there just underneath it. Luther Allison will get under it for the catch, out number 1, I believe.
Number 34.
Yeah, pretty hittable pitch there. Just missed the reticle placement just a bit. Yeah, got sawed off there for the pop-up to the infield.
Chicken Dinner, the leadoff hitter, on the second pitch of the at-bat, hits it off the glove of Elmore James. A little bit of trouble there again with his glove at shortstop. Either way, we've got a runner at first base now with 1 out for Big Bird, who started things with that triple in the first inning.
Yeah, the middle infielders for the Blues really causing some defensive issues out there.
He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Let's see now the pitch from Allison. It's hit hard. Ooh, and caught and
oh my
tough.
goodness.
Over at first base is Light Snack, just the toughest of breaks in Super Mega Baseball that you can really receive as far as double play opportunities go. And we head to the bottom of the second, scoreless from the Birdies.
Yeah, there's literally nothing you can do there. You did everything right. You hammered it, and it's just right at the first baseman, catch tag. Now we're pitching, I guess.
That one's hit hard. Elmore James, I believe, into the right center field gap. He's going to try and stretch it, or perhaps he turns back. The throw was missed by Laid an Egg, but it would have beat the runner by quite a bit. We'll see Butterfield with his shot. Swings at the changeup, first pitch, way early as Ashnod, and Partridge Pear Tree will get underneath it for out number 1.
Yeah, and again, these small confines of Lafayette and Swagger Center leading to some long singles. Wow, I can't talk.
Ooh, it's caught by Big Bird, and he's thrown it to first. And he's out. Double play. What a play from Snack. Absolutely keeping this game and this lead intact.
Yeah, that had tie game written all over it, but he got back there in a hurry and timed the jump absolutely perfectly. Outstanding defensive play by Light Snack and the Birdies.
Yeah, Big Bird makes a big jump indeed. And now Snack again with a chance to hit. Allison not able to find the zone here so far against Rude Broodmother. The count is now 2-1 after that swing and miss. Broodmother drills it. It might stay fair, and it does. It's down that left field line. It's short. She doesn't have a ton of speed. Blues gets that ball in quickly. So Roost Broodmother on to first base with no outs for Bok Bagok.
Yes, sir, and like we've said a few times, small dimensions, another long single, and that one going to get down as well. That one could be extra bases.
Yeah, he's going to round second base with Broodmother. Looks like she's going to safely get into third, and she's going to head home. Oh, and the throw from Staples is pretty good. Now we've got a bit of a rundown going on here. Snack contemplating going to third. Runner dead meat there at the plate. So just getting a bit aggressive after the ball was thrown behind the runner. You can definitely see the train of thought there from Snack. Just not enough speed on Roost Broodmother to really get that done. But he's got himself in still a good situation. 1 out, and Bok Bagok on second base for Woodsy Owl.
Yeah, tough break there. Oh, wow.
Yeah, great dive there from Mavis Staples. Not the first time she's got things done over there in that hole so far in this series. And that's just a big out number 2. Now Snack needs a hit to try and tackle onto this lead. Yeah, unfortunate. With 0 outs there, yeah, I don't know if I would have sent him home, but Ashton, good chance to get out of this now after some unfortunate base running by the birdies.
That's high.
That ball high now. It's a 1-1 count for Hootie Hooter Hoot. The runner's on third base. He needs a hit. Underneath that fastball, so now the count's even. Hootie Hooter Hoot hits it hard. Elmore James, though, able to get it at shortstop. Throws it over to first for out number 3, so no damage there for Ashnod after a pretty big threat.
Yeah, I mean, what could have been second and third, nobody out, turns into no runs. So outstanding job by Ashnod to get out of that.
Yeah, he has been the jam master so far in this series, keeping Light Snack off the board in many, many scoring opportunities. He gets himself a leadoff single with BB King, not as conventional as most Ashnod hits, hitting it lightly up the chute.
Not at all. And that was I mean, that was a 9-iron. That was off the shoe tops there, just a low little grounder.
Luther Allison hits it to center field. Will Peartree have enough speed to make the catch? And he does not. And he throws to first, and everybody's safe. And now the lineup turns over for Muddy Waters. 2 runners on first and second, no outs. Yeah, so now the bad break's kind of swinging the birdies' way here with the base running and a little bit of a defensive lapse. Let's see if Tina's able to find the success she needs here. 2 great pitches to start off the at-bat. Here comes the fastball, Ashnod taking it. Snack going back to the fastball, misses low. Counts even at 2-2 to the leadoff hitter, Muddy Waters. Here comes the fastball again, high, it's hit up the middle. So Muddy Waters going to get the first base. Ashnod not going to test the arm of Partridge Pear Tree. And that sets things up for Jake Blues. Really big spot for Chicago.
Yeah, and Ash is really such a good hitter. He's one of the only guys that's going to get that perfectly placed up and in fastball, especially at 93 egos. That one's lifted shallow. Is it deep enough? I don't think so.
It is, yeah. Woodsy Owl makes a great throw in there to Bok Bagok to keep everybody where they're at. So fortunate fly out there for Light Snack. And the next pitch is also hit lightly to center field. Partridge Pear Tree is going to have to hurry to get this one in. He throws it home. It might be close. Now the runner's safe. So the lead is cut in half. Runners at first and third now, and 2 outs for Mavis Staples. So Snack might be able to find his way out of this pretty big jam with minimal damage. Yeah, trying to pull a Houdini here himself. If he can get out of this with 1 run, he would definitely take it, I would think. Great pitch there. Gets him back in the count at 2-1. And early on the curveball is Ashnod, so we're even. Here comes the cutter. It's hit over to Laden Egg. She gobbles it up at shortstop. Throws it over to first. And the lead's still intact. We head to the top of the 4th inning. The game now at 2-1. Yeah, Snack probably kicking himself for some defensive mistakes, but I mean, 1 run, bases loaded, you will absolutely take that. Great job to get out of it. Partridge Pear Tree taking that strike, really well placed from Ashnod there. That one's crushed, 97 power to right field. That might find the first row, and it does. Light Snack and the Beaky Bay Birdies tack on a run. Yeah, they take that run right back and didn't waste much time in doing so.
Number 3.
Here comes Laden Egg. A home run herself in this series. Takes the pitch outside. 0-1. Nicely placed from Ashnod with the off-speed pitch. That one's hit well by Egg to dead center field, though. Muddy Waters able to get there and make the catch. Brings up Tina Tailfeather, 0 for 1 tonight. 1 out on the board. Tina hits it hard. It's right in front of Jake Blues, though. He makes the grab without having to do too much. And we turn things over for chicken dinner.
Yeah, some good contact, but maybe some just off on the timing there. It just didn't get quite as deep as it looked like it might.
Yeah, that first fastball, a bit of a happy zone there for Snack. He just misses it. The fastball, almost in a repeat location, has Elmore James diving at shortstop. He throws it over to first, and Chicken Dinner not able to get over there with their speed. So we head to the bottom of the 4th inning now. Things stand at 3-1 after the additional solo shot.
Yeah, I think these middle infielders might have heard us talking. As that one is crushed, that's going to get over that short porch. It is 3-2.
Yeah, an absolute yanker of a home run from Ash. He gets early on the changeup, but just gets enough on that reticle to get it over the wall. Elmore James with another home run in this series, bringing it to a 1-run deficit.
Absolutely. Any other stadium, that's maybe a double or maybe even caught by the left fielder, but these short porches at Lafayette giving us a few extra dingers.
Yeah, Ashnod just exceeds at finding that launch angle. It seems like almost every single thing he makes contact with is lifted into the air. Tailfeather, though, trying to recover after the home run. Starts things off with Butterfield. 2 quick strikes, couple well-placed fastballs. Here comes the heat once more. Butterfield gets a piece on it. Drives a foul. 0-2 still the count.
Ball outside.
Ashnod not going to offer it that one out of the zone. But he offers it that one out of the zone way early on the low changeup. Perhaps that sequencing and arm placement doing its part.
Yeah, pretty uncharacteristic, but good job by Snack to just stay with his guns. Oh!
Yeah, that one was hit hard, and you don't have a lot of time to think. Maybe dive or not dive for that one. Laid an egg, choosing not to dive, and it gets just under her leather. So a 1-out single brings up BB King, the powerful catcher for the Blues, who has hit many a dagger home run in his past.
He sure has, and after the ball game, he's known to play a tune or two out to the audience. Some great musical talent as well.
BB runs it full. This pitch wild, so he's going to take it and take the walk. That'll bring up the pitcher, Luther Allison. Let's see now, as we get to the middle of this ballgame, if Ashnod goes to a pinch hitter. Yes, he does, I believe. He's at least contemplating it after 4 solid innings from Allison, and no, he's going to leave him in. I speak too soon for about the 5th time in this series about pitchers hitting. And that one's hit well to the left side, so eat my words, why don't I? Woodsy Owl gets it into home. And things are loaded up for the center fielder. Muddy Waters is 1 for 2 on the evening.
Yeah, I mean, why sub for the pitcher when they're just like batting 1,000?
That one's drilled right to Big Bird. Snack throwing it to first, almost perhaps doubling him up. Ashnod unable to get the runner from third, chugging home. So a big second out for Snack, trying to keep things where they are. Bases loaded jam for Tina Tailfeather. That one's hit hard. Pear Tree unable to get to it. That could be 2 runs. Ashnod going to test it as Snack does not make an attempt to throw home, and he takes the lead now. The score is 4-3 in favor of Chicago.
Yeah, and here come the Blues. You knew it was probably coming at some point.
Yeah, if he hasn't found his home runs yet, he's found a way to string a few hits together and really start a rally. There it is. That's a home run from Ashnod. Absolutely crushed into that left center field bullpen. And the lead is now at 7-3 in favor of the Blues.
Yeah, again, I think they heard us talking, Dwayne. He's like, oh, you want a home run? Here you go. Just crushed into left center field. That would have been out of any stadium, I think.
Snack got to find that composure. His pitcher's absolutely rattled now. Mavis Staples gets underneath that fastball. Ashnod not missing back-to-back jacks for the Blues. The lead is now 8-3.
Yeah, and wasting like no time. Yeah, first pitch, missed the location a little bit. It was down in the zone, but it was right over the middle of the plate, unfortunately.
Ashnod unable to do anything with that one. Woodsy Owl slips out in the outfield. Maybe the grass just a little bit wet for everybody out there, but either way, we make a play. Somebody gets there for out number 3. We're heading to the top of the 5th. Things have just broken open.
Hey, somebody caught it, and yeah, they need to change their spikes or something, maybe to go to the metal kind. Big
Bird trying to start things off, keep this game going for Beaky Bay. Makes Elwood Blues attempt to dive, and he's unable to get it, so that's a big leadoff double here for the Birds.
Yeah, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. That is just what he needed. A diving catch there to, you know, kind of cheat him out of the base hit would have really been a backbreaker.
Indeed it would have. 2 quick strikes to Roost Broodmother after a couple foul balls. She's trying to get this runner in from second base and really lower this deficit. Wow, what a curveball from Ashnod's Coupon.
Yeah, that's just impossible. Like, you just can't decide. You can't swing at it. It's just such a good pitch.
That one's hit hard. He attempts the tag, but he misses. So Snack able to move up 90 feet, heads the runner at third base, but the grounder fielder's choice brings it to 2 outs for Woodsy Owl. He's going to need a hit to claw back into this one in the 5th. That one's hit hard by Owl. He's got okay speed. James is going to have to make a good throw, and Owl beats it by a hair. So that's a run scored for the Birdies. There's the hit they needed with 2 outs. Let's see if he can keep it going in the form of Hootie Hooter Hoot.
Yeah, great play by the shortstop and great speed to just beat it out. Oh, that's a base hit too.
Yeah,
Birdies keep it rolling with 2 outs.
Here's Hootie keeping things going. It's 8-4 now. And 2 runners are on in favor of the Birdies. And we've got Partridge Pear Tree, who's had a pretty good series so far. Hitting a few singles, getting on base at some timely moments. Luther Allison at 75 pitches. Ashnod opting to leave him in here. He's behind in the count 2-0. Going with the breaking stuff. He can't find his spot. Partridge swinging 3-0 is early. The 3-1 pitch. Taken inside for a strike. That one's hit.
That might work.
Yeah, that might work indeed. It gets over the head of the first baseman. That'll score at least 1 run. So runners now at first and third. Partridge Pear Tree just getting enough wood on it to get it done with 2 outs. The 8-hole hitter laid an egg now with an RBI opportunity. Things are getting a little bit closer for Beaky Bay once again in this set. We've had 3 really interesting games tonight.
We really have, and I mean, it doesn't have to be pretty as long as it gets the job done. Just it kind of flares one into very shallow right. Just a perfect spot and keeps the inning alive. More damage to come, potentially.
Laid an egg on the first pitch, puts a good swing on it, but it's right at muddy water, so that's a rally killer. After 2 runs, Beaky Bay clawed back into this one. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. It is 8-5.
Yeah, did a nice job waiting on that changeup and really put a decent swing on it, but just not quite enough power.
Yeah, sometimes that swing just too good. Puts it right up the chute, right at the center fielder. 3 quick pitches sees Paul Butterfield down in the count. 1-2, now 2-2, evened up. The heater from a rattled Tina Tailfeathers hit well into left center field. Woodsy Owl with an amazing diving catch. Wow, he had to dive 10 feet for that.
Yeah, he sure did. It might have been 11. I didn't think he had a chance to make that play, but what a play to start the inning. Maybe another one here. Oh, he didn't dive for it.
Yeah, Pear Tree perhaps thinking that one was not worth the effort of maybe getting it past him there in center. So now we've got a runner at first after a spectacular play made by Woodsy Owl. We're going to see the bullpen called upon in the form of Penguin.
That's outside.
BB King.
Penguins are actually mammals, not birds, aren't they?
You know, I'm gonna have to defer to our fauna advisor in B. Hagen on that. Ooh, and almost getting behind the runner. Is Light Snack there? Ashnod perhaps not anticipating the throw to second base after sending his runner back, but either way, he's got 2 on for Willie Dixon. He's leaving him in. Willie hits it right to second base, though. There's a double play. Another rarity from Ashnod's Coupon, and that gets Snack out of this inning scoreless.
Yeah, good job again by the Birds. I mean, he's chipping away, and I did just look, and Penguins are, in fact, birds. I should have known better than to doubt the bird master himself.
Yeah, you had to think he's done his research. Now we're going to see Booby Birdbrain come up. His 3rd pinch hit appearance of the evening, I believe. Against Willie Dixon, the count is now 1-2. Another well-placed breaking ball high from Ashnod. And that one's right down the chute. Booby Birdbrain's not going to miss that one. And that's a big leadoff single for Beaky Bay.
Now batting the second base.
Yeah, good start here to the top of the 6th.
Chicken Dinner offering at that low and outside pitch, just missing. Or missing, excuse me. Sees one go high. The runner at first.
Uh-oh.
We're going to see 4, over to 6, on to 3. A killer double play for the birdies, but that's just what the doctor ordered. If you're Ashnod's coupon, Big Willie Dixon, the specialist, looking to end this inning now against Big Bird.
Yeah, hard hit grounder, but it's, again, like you said, just what the doctor ordered to clear him, and that should probably do it. Over to third, soft, wow, really soft throw.
Yeah, maybe a 0 throw just to be sure that one was going to get there from Ashnod. We're going to see lineup turnover here in the bottom of the 6th, and Finger Licking Good's going to make another appearance, and the first pitch is absolutely drilled to left center field, and that one is gone. The lead stretched to 9-5.
Man, good thing nobody's throwing in the bullpen. They might be in danger of some brain damage from all these homers that just keep falling over there.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody's going to get their noggin taken off out there in the bullpen, as that one's hit about 3,000 miles an hour to right field. It hits the wall on no hop, and we're going to see a double following the home run from Ashnod's coupon. Finger Licking Good unable to really get things going so far on 2 pitches. That one's hit into the gap hard by Elwood Blues. Partridge Pear Tree is going to cut it off, and Snack throwing to third base allows Blues to take the bag. We now see the lead stretch to 10-5.
Yeah, curious. Wow, Ash is just teeing off. Maybe a diving play. No.
Ooh, Big Bird just underneath that one. It was a tough one to judge with that height. He throws it to second base, though, and Ashnod is out at second. He tacks on another run, and the score is 11-5. This one's going a little up and in at Elmore James, unable to brush him off. Just trying to scare him a little bit. But Elmore not scared. He hits that one pretty hard to left center field. Partridge Pear Tree is going to camp out under it. Unfortunately, that's not where the ball landed, and we're going to see Elmore safe at second with a double.
Yeah, if you're going to camp under it, you got to be where the ball is going to indeed land, and unfortunately, he just misjudged it. Tough break there, but that ball was hit hard, and that one was hit hard as well. Wow.
Yeah, Screwball absolutely roped up the middle. Ashnod turning back to third base, choosing not to test the arm of Partridge Pear Tree. So now first and third for Mahalia Jackson. Finger Licking Good is absolutely rattled.
Yeah, I mean, everything he's throwing is just getting hammered. I can't blame him for being rattled. Maybe missing some locations here.
After contemplating his location, he sends that fastball just a hair low, 99 miles an hour. And Mahalia Jackson ahead in the count now, 2-0. Snack going to go ahead and walk the bases full, perhaps to try his chances at a double play.
Yeah, I mean, double play would be great, but now you put the winning run on, and
BB King hits it high. It's heading out to right center field. Partridge Pear Tree might catch this one. He does. So that will score a run on the sac fly from BB King. Sends the lead to 12-5, and we are in Big Mercy territory with the winning run at the plate in the form of Willie Dixon.
yeah, absolutely. We're still in danger of going home if one is hit over the fence, which you know Ash is capable. If you're a Birdies fan, you certainly hope that's not the case.
Ball outside.
That ball's missed. Willie Dixon looking to walk this off, perhaps, if he can get a hold of one. Ashnod opting to keep the arm in and just trust his bats as he gets through the lineup. We're going to see Dixon walk.
Ball 4.
Walking the pitcher again. Very curious.
Yeah, walking the pitcher. Curious indeed. We're going to see Muddy Waters have his chance with 2 outs now. Good pitch from Snack. Still trying to get it done with Finger Licking Good. Sees Ashnod swinging high. It's 0-2. That screwball is just a bit outside. Gets him to reach, and there's out number 3. So Snack's still in this to score at 12-5, a 7-run deficit in the top of the 7th inning. Broodmother absolutely drills that one on the first pitch, but it's right at James. Snack just unable to get underneath that one.
Oof.
Balk Bagok missing the off-speed pitch, just thrown off on that timing. And the heater gets him late, so a nice switch up there from Ashnod. Willie Dixon, 100 miles an hour, gets him inside, whiffing on 3 pitches. We'll see Woodsy Owl have his chance here, the 5-hole hitter in the top of the 7th inning. Woodsy swings at the first one, lifts it easily to Muddy Waters, who gathers it up for the catch. Everybody jogs in for out number 3. We're going to have the 7th inning stretch here at Lafayette Corner. The score now, or still, 12-5.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's just what Ashnod needed here after really capturing some momentum. A shutdown inning of a dangerous hitter there, and now a chance to go hit and potentially end this here in the 7th. The way he's been hitting, Finger Licking Good, maybe good is not long for the game here. As I think that's Birdie Light Snack checking his pen.
Yeah, he's going to look things over, perhaps go back to Mother Clucker, who had a lot of success in Game 2, to my knowledge, or at least for a portion of the game. Game 2 being the closest game on our feature this evening, the Game 1 score being 17-8, or 18-8, excuse me, ending on a mercy in favor of Ashnod, and then Game 2, 9-8, a real thriller in favor of Ashnod as well. The Blues looking to jump out to a 3-0 series lead, but Snack's still here in the bottom of the 7th, looking to have something to say about it.
Yeah, he's still here. He didn't get this far by accident. So, I mean, if he can get a shutdown inning, we've seen him explode in a few innings here. He could very easily get right back in this with a couple swings. Gotta stop Ashnod first, though.
Yeah, Snack perhaps unable to quite make a decision there in the allotted time. Now he's going to use his allotted time to decide what he's going to throw next. Looks like it might be going down the middle. He's got about 5 seconds to figure it out. We'll see Jake Blues with the bat on his shoulder. Let's see what we got here.
Really taking his time out there.
Perhaps he's just given up. You hate to see it.
I certainly hope not. We still got a ball game here.
Yeah, we still have a semifinal to put on here, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on with our players.
Maybe some lag or something. I don't know. Now Ashnod pausing. We're trying to give his comrade, his opponent here, some time he might need.
Don't forget, on levels A, B, and C, there are drinks.
Good sportsmanship.
Hot dogs. Get it all.
Yeah, Ashnod looking to give Snack all the time he needs here to figure out what he's going to throw next. Looks like we finally might see something out of Finger looking good here. Goes with the fastball up and in after about an eon, and it's hit right up the chute for a single. So not what you want to see if you take all that time to figure things out if your finger looking good.
No, it was a good pitch, actually. I mean, it was definitely a quality pitch up and in, but Ashnod was ready for it after so much time to prepare.
That one's hit hard to Big Bird, makes the catch. And we see one out now, and Mavis Staples batting .480 here on the playoffs with a chance to keep things going for the Blues. Oh, so close there at first base. We saw one of those in favor of Ashnod against Light Snack. I believe it was either earlier in this game or last game. That one's lifted well. So a lot of soft contact from Ashnod, actually, as it turns out, in this inning. Snack able to get things done after it looked like he ran out of his batteries. So
yeah,
good thing
controller
he got
batteries.
everything back together. Now we'll see if he can hop back into this ball game in the top of the 8th.
It seems like those balls hit to first. If you hit it hard, that's when you get the double play. The softer hit ones, they usually just don't make the tag for some reason. So
yeah,
just a weird little thing.
And get that animation going. Sometimes it's just not enough time to get her done.
Ball outside.
I love getting her done.
Get her done, baby. Hootie hooter hoot. With a 1-1 count against Willie Dixon, the specialist. Hits it hard to shortstop, but Elmore James is going to be able to make a decent play. Sends it over to Butterfield for out number 1.
Another hard hit ball, unlucky break there, but Snack's got to figure something out. He's again running out of outs.
Hits that one foul. Count now 0-2. Partridge Pear Tree down. Whiffs on that 100-mile-an-hour heater. Just unable to get it. Is Light Snack. Ashnod using his velocity well.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it was good velocity on the pitch, but it was not good location, but Snack just couldn't quite catch up.
We're going to see Laden Egg now have her chance. She hits it hard. 89 power right up the middle. She's going to keep this inning going. Is the 8-hole hitter Laden Egg? We'll probably see a pinch hitter now for Finger Licking Good.
Yeah, not a great outing from him, unfortunately, if you're a Birdies fan, but his day will be done.
We'll see Cassowary coming into pinch hit. He lifts that one about a mile high, but 4 feet to the side of the first base bag, and that'll be out number 3.
Yeah, pretty uncharacteristic there. That was, I think, pretty far out of the strike zone, actually, and Snack just chased it and missed the reticle a bit. Just a weak little pop-up, unfortunately.
Yeah, a lot of the time you're really raring to go with those pinch hitters, wanting to get something, happening for your team. A lot of players will bite at that first pitch. But now we head to the bottom of the 8th. The deficit remaining at 12-5 here for the past inning and a half. We'll see the 6, 7, and 8-hole hitters for the Blues take their chance against Mother Clucker, the specialist, who has appeared already tonight for Beaky Bay.
And if you're Ash, you would love to add on a few more insurance runs or potentially even finish the game if you really get a good start here.
Mother Clucker, well placed on the first pitch. Paul Butterfield hits it hard right at Chicken Dinner, though. She gathers it up and makes a good throw over to Roost Broodmother for out number 1.
The third baseman.
Here comes...
Some hard.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Mike.
good. I was going to say some hard hit contact at another Adam Ball, second baseman. Good job gobbling.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could see the average exit velos or something like that in a game, you know, containing players that hit the ball as hard as these two do.
I would wager it would be pretty darn high in this series so far, probably north of 110.
These two able to still really get it done, put on an impressive hitting displays after the bump to 93 ego. Ashnod behind in the count, swings at 1, a cutter tailing out of the zone. It's caught by Chicken Dinner after a lofty little line out. And here comes the catcher, BB King, who's locked in tonight. Snack looking like he's going to walk King and head to the pitcher. Or at least throws one outside. Yeah, looking like he's going to just walk him. Yeah, he doesn't want to mess with that locked in, I wouldn't think. BB King has been absolutely lethal so far.
Nope, absolutely. 2 outs, you want to keep it right where it is. Take your chances with whoever the pinch hitter would be. I don't think Ashnod has a very scary bench as far as like pinch hitting options.
Yeah, that he does not. I believe everything's just poured into that lineup. Everybody as strong as they can be to try and lift those balls over those tough to reach Lafayette fences. And we'll see Magic Sam getting his shot here. The C+ pinch hitter. Probably making his first appearance of the playoffs, a 0 batting average.
Yeah, I think first appearance, but it's a big one. Again, some insurance runs or get that mercy action going potentially. It's a big spot.
Magic Sam, the righty, combating the specialist of Mother Clucker, hits it hard, but Partridge Pear Tree should be able to handle that. Has enough speed to get over there for out number 3. And we head to the top of the 9th. Snack, barring a miracle 7-run comeback, could be down 3-0 in this series at the end of it. Willie Big Eye Smith coming in to try and shut the door.
Yeah, and it would be pretty tough. It would be a borderline miraculous miracle, but I mean, if anybody can do it, this guy has been one of the top hitters in the league for the past several seasons. So if anyone can do it, it could be him. Let's see if we've got some fireworks in store or if it's going to be 3-0 to the Blues.
Yeah, it's the top of the order. Chicken Dinner swings at the first pitch, though. She misses that reticle placement, and it's going to be an easy little fly ball right behind second base for Mavis Staples.
Yeah, tough break there. Pretty good pitch to hit, and he just missed that reticle placement for out number 1.
Big Bird with a double and a triple tonight. Hits it hard over to shortstop, so 2 pitches and 2 quick outs. Sees Roost's Broodmother stepping in as the last chance here tonight for Light Snack.
Ball inside.
Yeah, and she's been huge tonight. Maybe a little bit of lag on that.
1-1 count, 2 outs. Willie Big Eye Smith trying to shut the door.
Ball, that's low.
Misses low. The pitch again, misses outside, so 3-1 count now in favor of Roost Broodmother.
Ball 4.
Takes inside, so a 2-out walk will keep things going for Beaky Bay. Bok Bagok, the heavy-hitting catcher, crushes one into that right center field gap. There's not a ton of speed on the bags for the team at large, but we're going to see Roost Broodmother stop at third. Bagok, yeah, is going to stay at first, so first and third situation.
Yeah.
A faster runner definitely scores there, but a good opportunity for Snack to stay in this, and that one's crushed by Woodsy Owl. That one's going to get it to the wall. It hits on the fly. We're going to see Bok Bagok perhaps round. He's heading home. Elmore James's throw is not in time, and now it's a 12-7 ball game here. Runner at second and 2 outs.
Some ballsy base running considering you're down 6 or 7. You need a lot more base runners. That one's hammered.
Oh, just caught by Jake Blues, and Snack really putting on a bit of a sprint there to try and get back into this one, but unable to do it. And now the Chicago Blues have taken a 3-0 lead in this semifinal series.
Absolutely, and yeah, I mean, it almost looked like Ash at the last second misplayed that, but he did enough to catch the ball and finish the game. So, good job by him, and yeah, 3-0 lead is huge.
Yeah, 3-0 lead in a semifinal like this, a semifinal that went 6 games, I believe, last season, is definitely huge for Ashnod. He's shown he's really not miss a step, moving up to 93 ego. I mean, I think we saw both teams swinging a bit out of the zone tonight, and that has had cause for a lot of outs, helped them both get out of quite a few jams, but really either of them aren't missing mistake pitches. Ashnod even more so. He really got it done tonight.
He did, and I think the difference in the series so far, there's a lot of mistakes, and that's where a lot of run production was coming from both guys, but I think Ash's pitching was just maybe a half notch better than Snack's tonight, and some great defense as well, so just less mistakes, less runs scored against you, and he does a lot of scoring himself to get the job done and get up 3-0. Yes,
he does. I was going to say a half notch better from Ashnod, or a half notch better than Snack, but a whole notch better than last season at large for Ashnod. He's done a really good job of improving that pitching, and it's showing here on primetime in this semifinal the way he was really able to paint. Snack was able to get it done pretty much the same way, just a lot more mistake pitches, and Ashnod was really punishing tonight, I think. But exciting baseball nonetheless. The continuation of this series will be on this channel on tomorrow night. So stay tuned at 10 p.m. Eastern Time as we continue this series tomorrow night, following the 7 p.m. Eastern Time start, I believe, for the continuation of our Pizza Volcano and Phillies Rock semifinal. With that said, we've had a great 3 games tonight. Mike, would you like to say anything before we part?
No, I mean, just don't count Snack out of this yet. He just needs to hit the weight room, hit the film room, see what adjustments he can make to try to get himself back in this. I know he won't give up and go quietly, so hoping for some more fireworks tomorrow. But great job to Ashnod, and thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight.
Yes, indeed. Great job to both our participants tonight for putting on an awesome show. Thanks everyone for being here with me. Mike, thank you for joining me in the booth for this call. It was a ton of fun. And yeah, look forward to all the playoff baseball we have coming for you guys this week. Stay tuned to the league news, anywhere you can find a scheduled game. Always feel free to ask too. I have everything trying to get planned out, so you can always DM me too if you want to, just to see how things are going. So everybody have a great night. Thank you for joining us for this cast. This has been a production of the Cross Platform Baseball League. Have a great night, y'all.
See you.